comment on the tweet that Clay Higgins put out today about Haitians?
I heard about that on the floor just now as well. Clay Higgins is a dear friend of mine and a colleague from Louisiana, and a very frank and outspoken person. He's also a very principled man. And I think he tweeted, I didn't even see it, but he tweeted something today about Haitians, and he was approached
by January 20th.
Okay. Well, look, he was approached on the floor by colleagues who said that was offensive. He went to the back. I just talked to him about it. He said he went to the back and he prayed about it and he regretted it and he pulled the post down. That's what you want a gentleman to do. I'm sure he probably regrets some of the language he used, but we move forward. We believe in redemption around here.
Now, just for context, this right here is the tweet that we're referring to. After he took it down, he says, "I'm not sorry. I can say what I want. We do have the freedom of speech, right?"
Clay Higgins is a racist and has been his entire career, all the way back to when he admitted he voted for David Duke, who at the time was a known grand wizard of the KKK, and he admitted that he voted for him. He's a homeboy and all, which is what he said. Google it, it's in an article. And he also, in 2007, assaulted an unarmed black man and lied about it. The man is a racist, and he put it on paper, and he's unapologetic for it. So let's call a spade here with that, and not let him get away with it, and not let the Republican speaker and Republican members of Congress brush it off as if he just, made a comment that's no big deal. This is a big deal because people are threatened. Entire communities are threatened because of this stuff.
He prayed about it, he regretted it, and he pulled the post down. So guess what? After Congress officially left town for 6 weeks, Higgins then turned around and said, "I'll do it again if I want to." Quote, "It's all true. I can put up another controversial post tomorrow if you want me to. I mean, we do have freedom of speech. I'll say what I want. It's not a big deal to me. It's like something stuck to the bottom of my boot. Just scrape it off and move on with my life."
Everything you've got is petrochemical products. What would you do with that? Tell the world.
If I had that power in the world, actually, I don't need that power, because what I would do is ask you, sir, from Louisiana.
I'm giving you the power. You're presenting.
To search
it's
you, sir,
what
from
you're
Louisiana, to search your heart and understand why the EPA knows that toxic petrochemical facilities are some of the most toxic, polluting facilities in the world and are killing black people throughout Louisiana.
Okay,
so my first thing would be you to search your heart and ask your God what you are doing to the black and poor people in Louisiana. That would be my first thing to ask.
Let's just have one at a time so that we can.
It's my time, Mr. Chairman. If I reclaim my time, I shall. I'm going to give this young lady an opportunity. You might not like it, but America needs to hear it. You've got no answer, do you, young lady, about what to do with petrochemical products. So I'll move on. What are you going to do with ocean-going vessels? What do you do with the maritime industry?
Well, we could, again, I would ask you to search your heart for what is happening on the coast of Louisiana. Of course we do. We need to move away from petrochemicals. We need to shut down the petrochemical facilities in your state and move away from plastic. We need to move away from it. And there are...
It's insane. What would you do with the aviation industry?
The only thing that would not function is the petrochemical industry in your state, sir.
Do you care about the planet, good lady? Like, do you have ecological concern for real? Like, from a biblical perspective, we were given. The Lord gave us dominion over the planet and the creatures thereof. Now, the original translations of dominion means to care for and nurture. So from a biblical perspective, I am an environmentalist. I love my planet and the people and the creatures thereof. Do you?
Sir, if we're going to talk about the Lord, I ask that you search your heart again and think about repenting.
I search my heart very quickly. I love the planet. I'm asking you, do you
fossil fuel industry that owns your state is destroying the earth and the natural world, and that is a fact, sir.
You know what you got, young lady? You got a lot of noise, but you got no answers. Mr. Chairman, I yield.
In the 4 years that I've sat on this committee, I have never seen members of Congress, Republican or Democrat, disrespect a witness in the way that I have seen them disrespect you today. I do not care what party they are in. I've never seen anything like that. And for the gentleman of Louisiana and the comfort that he felt in yelling at you like that, there's more than one way to get a point across. And frankly, men who treat women like that in public, I fear how they treat them in private. We can be better than this. We don't have to resort to yelling.
You know, no matter what happens or no matter what's said, Republicans always play stupid or play like, oh, it's not really that big of a deal. You know, Mike Johnson, this dude up here talking about some Clay Higgins, people on the floor, they told him that it was inappropriate. He went to the back, he prayed about it, and then he took it down because, you know, he needed God to tell him that this is inappropriate. Again, Clay Higgins is 63 years old. He's grown up. He's become an adult, and he should know and understand that not everything needs to be said. But the point is the racism. The point is the cruelty. The point is to egg on the culture war in the United States, the culture war of which they've already lost. You know, they're fighting hard. They're doing everything they can. They're trying to take people's rights away. But no matter what they do, they can't change the fact that this country is becoming more ethnically diverse, more feminist, more gay, more trans, more everything. You know, there's no getting the cat back into the bag at this point. So did Clay Higgins pray about that, Mike Johnson? Or did you pray about that as you're, you know, monitoring your children's porn usage? I don't want to get too deep into the personal stuff, but, you know, pray about that.